This video and others like it are funded by viewers like you. Thanks for your support. A foreigner who was drugged and robbed in Colombia after meeting a woman on a dating site tells his story. Let's jump into it. Follow along.
You're watching DC-born Rob, Erasing Borders. And now, the news.
Hey, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever it is you're located. Thanks for watching. You're watching DC-born Rob, Erasing Borders. I have two quick stories for you today. The first one is of a gentleman who was drugged and robbed after being on a dating app. The second one will be about the forest fires. Believe it or not, someone was caught lighting one of the fires. So let's jump into this first story here. A tragic story of a foreigner who was the victim of a robbery in Colombia. He knows how he ended up drugged and robbed after a social encounter. The foreign victim of a robbery in Colombia told his story and how he ended up drugged and robbed. The stranger's story was published by the New York Times, revealing how an encounter can end up in tragedy. Stephen is the name of the victim, who begins by telling his story, saying that he met a woman through a dating application. The woman called herself Luisa. After talking on different occasions, invited him to try an ajiaco. Stephen accepted the invitation. He says that the woman was the one who brought the soup to the table. I took 2 spoonfuls, and that's the last thing I remember, said the foreigner. After this appointment, the man woke up in his room, unable to move. For this reason, a doctor had to see him, diagnosing scopolamine poisoning, and they also added clonazepam. Also had several blows to his body. The man was robbed of his phone, his computer, his wallet, and $7,000 in cash. Stephen reported what happened, and some people were arrested when trying to buy appliances with his card. Why did Stephen the foreigner come to Colombia? According to the New York Times, in 2020, 31-year-old Stephen Valdez finished his job with a television production company in Los Angeles, California, to start a personal project. He wanted to dedicate himself to making travel blogs. That is why he arrived in Medellin to learn to dance bachata. Valdez was a native of San Juan, the capital of Puerto Rico. Is it me? Or is all these recent ones, well, not all, but let's say 80% of the recent and fantastical stories were all YouTube bloggers or were some sort of filming person or filming crew? This is, a couple, I'm going to tell you, I don't buy it. But anyways, let's jump into this next story. There's outrage in Bogotá. They capture a man on video lighting a fire in the Eastern Hills. While this was happening, a man was disciplined for setting a bonfire on top of the university in 53rd Street. This Saturday, January 27th, social networks exploded with a video of a man setting a fire in the Eastern Hills. In the midst of the country's climate effects, hundreds of first responders and authorities are fighting forest fires. However, the man was filming lighting a fire on the Eastern Hills, thus causing another focus of fire in this affected area. This area has been uncontrolled for several days due to an extensive forest fire. Citizens demand that the authorities find the capture of this criminal. For its part, the Bogotá Fire Department reports that they sanctioned a person for making a bonfire in the upper part of the university on 53rd Street. The relief agency reported firefighters from the Chapinero station carried out a verification of a fire that was taking place on the upper part of the university on 53rd Street. There's a call for citizens to cooperate. Citizens are urged to reinforce prevention measures against conflagrations and to report any emergency in the corresponding emergency line. And it highlights the importance of citizen collaboration and individual responsibility in critical moments such as forest fires throughout the national territory. Despite continued efforts of relief agencies, the risk remains. Therefore, the community must be alert to avoid similar incidents. Citizens remain on alert and await additional measures to prevent future acts of irresponsibility that could aggravate the situation in the Eastern Hills of Bogotá. So there you go. You're up to date with the latest news out of Medellin, Colombia, and Colombia as a whole. Thank you guys for watching. Remember to travel, but travel safe.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
On behalf of the flight crew, thank you for flying with us and have a pleasant day.
Okay, hold on, guys. Right quick. If you need to have things shipped to Colombia, shipped to someone else, or shipped to yourself to Colombia from the United States, make sure you reach out to CaribbeanShipper.com. CaribbeanShipper.com. The contact information is coming next. Join me on social media. I am DC Born Rob Official on Instagram. I am DC Born Rob Official 1 on TikTok. I am DC Born Rob O on Twitter. Don't be like this guy right here.
You're just so stupid. I had to send you a video to let you know that you're so stupid.
That's right. Don't be like this guy right here. Join me on social media. Headed to Medellin, Colombia? See my guy Andres with Nomad Travel for safe airport pickups and drop-offs and tours. Contact information in the description below. Okay, guys, another day, another trip. I'm getting ready to hit the road, and guess what? One product I'm taking with me. That's right. It's the Epica Travel Adapter. It's going with me wherever I go. You need to do the same.
Thanks for hitting like. You did the right thing by hitting like. Thanks for hitting like. Thanks for hitting like. DC Born Rob.
If you're in Medellin and you need dental work done, from a basic cleaning to major reconstructive surgery, come see my guy, Dr. Carlos Mori. Contact information in the description below.